Hello to everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Shark, number 20. This is Draft Day Sports College Football. And this is the Sim Nation College Football League. As you well know, this is going to be an update about your Iowa State Cyclones. We're going to try to cover today the training camp. We are going to try to brief about the recruits have for this cycle, including a player that I'm very, very high about, which is Harold Carey. And this basically is going to be our unicorn for the cycle. I mean, I'm going to show you in a minute how this guy is. So I can't click here. So I'm gonna go straight into the roster and we are gonna select him. So as you see, he's a freshman and he's just a one-star player. So he was ranked after like the 3,500 recruit in the country, the 413th wide receiver. And if you can see, he is a lot better than that. So 87 speed, 93 agility, 89 hands, 6.3, 200 pounds. Endurance is pretty decent. Intelligence is okay. He won't pass block for his life, but he's not expected to be in the line. And the run blocking is also not too bad. So his work ethic is fantastic. Really, really fire in the belly when he goes outside to compete, and he's fully developed at the wide receiver position. So I don't see how the scouts ranked him as the 3,500th recruit in the class. But hey, we found him. We went after him and we grabbed him. So this is what you should do, with low prestige teams. You really go deep into your recruiting pool and you try to find these kind of players. They are in there, believe me. They are in there. It's just a matter of finding them. So yeah, welcome Harold Carey to the team. You will be a starter right away, and hopefully you will contend for the freshman of the year in the Big 12 and maybe in the Sim Nation College Football League. Good, who knows? So we did try to recruit players for specific needs, so that's why, and we miss a lot in most of the targets that we have. So our recruiting class is rank 106. Relative to prestige is 103, which is this is awful, and they are yeah they are okay in being outraged by this result. But if we come to the roster again and we have a look at the freshmen that came, so we have Danny Kinney, which is gonna be a starter, not this year because we have a slightly better kicker which is just in his junior season. So he will redshirt this year, but this is a pretty competitive kicker. I don't know why the board is not happy about this. So strong safety, Henry B. Benz is not good. It's this backup potential, 76 speed, 71 agility, 68 tackling. So he will probably have minutes. Have a strong safety position is not good. And then we try to recruit some speed at the defensive position. So Anthony Glass, 74 speed, 83 strength. First step is quite slow with just 43 agility. So you probably sit out the year as a red shirt and try to compete for a rotational post next year. So we have Kenneth Cross, which is even slower. Endurance is quite bad, but the best first step and the strength is quite good. So again, he will probably redshirt again this year, but it definitely is a player that can be useful in run stopping situations. And then we have Donald Theo, which is very strong. First step is slow, it's dumb as a brick. Speed is not good either. So again, this is another redshirt potential. Yeah, these three defensive ends, I mean, they should be serviceable at least. So I'm not too upset about that. So Michael Rock, he's just the 1,331 prospect in the country last year, but his speed is 77, 81 agility, 67 speed. So I'm pretty confident that he will start this year for us, and he will do quite well in there. So Marcelino Newton, we tried to add some speed at the linebacker position. We were very slow there last year, and Marcelino Newton it meets exactly that profile. So it's 77 speed, very good tackle. Strength is not quite there; it's just 53. So he will be playing it the outside probably as a weak linebacker, and he's ready for start. So probably he will. And then we did grab some cornerbacks as well. So Isaiah Smith is something that the CPU did with the scholarships left. I probably cut him. It's not good. As I will Samuel Orozco, which was another CPU recruit. And then Stephen Martindale, he's bit speedy, agility is not there, so it might be a good man-to-man coverage cornerback, but he probably sit out for the year and then try to develop the agility and the strength a little bit more. Maybe be in the team next year. So David Hubbard is very similar to Martindale. He's stronger, better hands, endurance is not bad either. So he might actually remain in the team and go to dime packages. Right, so this is correct of the cornerbacks. As you can see, yeah, no one breaking the mold, but they are not as bad either. So Harold Carey, this is our unicorn. We did talk about him, just a one-star prospect, but yeah, he's gonna be one of the best wide receivers in the Big 12, and that's for sure. I'll make sure of it. So Ramiro Kiefer, we did try to get a little bit of a speed in the tight end position. We weren't able to recruit anyone in there. So Ramiro Kiefer was a CPU pick, 2068 in the country. I mean, we're keeping because we don't have anything better in there. So Darrell Gold is another CPU hiring. So very good run blocker, good endurance, but the strength is not there. Very intelligent. So he probably will be cut or sat out the year and see how he does. Tony Jefferson. mm, this was actually a player that I did recruit. I needed a fullback to open lanes in the run block in the run packages, and he's no speedster at all. But his run blocking skills are not bad. So 51 run blocking, 83 strength. So he might be serviceable. And I wanted a backup for Conley, and I went out there and grabbed Floyd Page. Um, his arm is decent. His intelligence needs to be worked on. Obviously, he's very accurate. We normally well, I'm not gonna say how are we gonna play this year because this is people watching this video that I'm gonna compete against. So I'll keep it that to myself. But this is Floyd Pakes. He should be a decent, at least decent backup quarterback. So I mean, I know like we are not gonna be champions with this kind of recruitment, but I don't think that this is a 106 recruiting class in the country. I think we have very good players. They are just not rated as they should be rated, really. Okay, so this is in regards of your recruiting cycle, and now we are gonna go to the training camp, which it was actually quite good. So training, I think is here. Is it? Yeah, it's here. So here we come to the Iowa State Cyclones. We did see that we don't have any losses in training camp, like any global losses, which is very good. And then we have some standouts in there. So Deontay Marchand, he will probably sit out this year because it's not he has the speed. He's a really good slot wide receiver. He will get a lot of looks as the possession wide receiver trait. The speed is just not there yet. So I want to make him a little bit more speedy before throwing him into the fire. He didn't play last year. He will probably sit out this year. And if he doesn't transfer, then he probably will come back to the team next year. So as you can see, hands got better, run block got better. So he's getting to be a very good slot wide receiver. And then we have our unicorn. So he was good, and now he's gonna be even better. So the hands grow. They did grow from 87 to 89, and his endurance went from 66 to 69, and the run block as well. He did quite well in there. So he did go from 35, I think, run block 35 to 38. So this is a big improvement from Harold Carey. We expect big things for the freshman, and yeah, as you can see, a lot of racers in the training camp. Almost the whole team got something. um, our training focus. I did say in one of the videos in the past, but I'm gonna just go through that quickly. So quarterbacks, as you can see, I always try to get 5 points in every of them, and players with normal work ethic like 65. Endurance is quite good. I might be able to squeeze a little bit more out of Floyd Page, but I'm gonna just keep the 22 with fives everywhere. I think I have the wide receivers, yeah. So some of the positions you can get away with taking 1 point out of intelligent, game tape, which works in intelligent, and put it somewhere else. But generally, just put five everywhere. Skill positions, you can leave this in four, and if you don't see that they are losing intelligence, just and then share the 18 available points between um, all the other areas that you want to develop on. So there are some players like Tony Jefferson, for example. He's got a magnificent work ethic, which is over 100, and really good endurance. So these kind of players, I try to really squeeze everything out of them. And as you can see, I have here in my training schedules some of the trainings that are for over 90. So this over 90 means to me over 90 work ethic and like good endurance, like good, like 80 plus. So as you can see, Lohorn, he got injured here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reduce just 1 point at the wide receivers over 90, and then I probably take it out of either athletic training or maybe intelligence and leave it as 24 points in total instead of the 25. But yeah, don't be afraid in all of these people that has really good work ethic, and pretty decent endurance or even elite endurance. You put here like 23 points, 24 points, even 25 points, and see how it goes. Okay, don't be afraid of that. At the worst, you're gonna have a fatigue for 1-2 weeks, and then you know that you can't squeeze that wide receiver any longer, or that player like that far, and you just take one out from anywhere else and leave it at 24 and see how it goes. And then we have, as you can see, some player-specific training schedules. I mean, you're not gonna do this with every single player, otherwise you're gonna. I mean, you can do it. You will spend a lot of time in the training section. That I guess depends in how much free time you have and how much you want to dip into it. But for me, Harold Carey, he really needed to develop his strength and his endurance, which he will do with physical training, and to continue improving in his agility and his speed, which he will do in athletic training. Um, so we come back again. So I definitely want that strength to get a little bit higher and that endurance to get a little bit higher. And I want the speed and the agility, more the speed and the agility to continue growing. So that's why I selected 7-7, which is 14 points in total. Then we have 19 and then 25. As you can add that. And why did I do that? Because his work ethic is 97, endurance is 69. So I'm gonna squeeze every single bit out of him and try to get him the best player possible. So if he gets injured and he gets fatigued, I will just take one out of intelligence, and hopefully he will get better and will basically give me all the potential that he might have while he's in college with me. All right, so I think this is gonna be all for today. We are opening the season against Minnesota. Uh, the Starfinder is an excellent GM. The team, I did have a look while I was preparing the export. I didn't want to give it away, so I just reloaded the stage. But I did have a look at the team, and he's already much better than last year, and I'm expecting a hard matchup. He has pretty decent quarterbacks who can throw long, who can throw short, will keep the turnovers down. Running backs, he's got a star here in Sonny Patterson, really good speed, and other complementary running backs that can impact in the inside game. So he's got pretty decent wide receivers already in the 80s speed. Rodney Rich is going to be a star in the Big Ten, so I really have to be careful with this team. I did prepare, I did export already. Just wanted to give you a little update from the five from scratch. So yeah. there are some things that I'm gonna do different in the recruiting this year, so you might want to have a look. Um, there is a new thing in this version which is pipelines in here. So I'm gonna try to play a little bit with this and see how he goes, and I will communicate in the subsequent videos. Okay, so and as usual, if you like what you see, just give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Any questions, just put them in comments or find me on Slack or Discord. Right? Thank you very much, guys.